All right, you right, guys? Ready for some honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions.
Yo.
You said you wanted the
Carlos,
girl.
do you want to be the voice?
You said you wanted a girl voice.
So, first off, R.I.P. to Paul Mooney.
Yes, sir.
I hate to say this first, but I've never been a big fan. But I'm sorry that he's dead. That kind of sucks. Yeah.
Who is Paul Mooney?
Gang.
That is on brand.
Paul Mooney.
That is on brand for you.
Who is Paul Mooney?
He is a comedian. He's pretty old.
I did see that. I know who he is.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
He used to make all the jokes that made white people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Shit, that really made some black people uncomfortable too.
I respect that.
Excuse me. I'm not sure how he died. It sucks that he died, but R.I.P. to a legend.
I seen that he had dementia.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. That's believable. Would have been funny if he had Tourette's. Yes, it would have been. Because that's his type of comedy, bro. He just be yelling at people. So it's like, Cracker! And that's really how he talked to people. Speaking of yin and yang, on the positive side, come on, dog. Segway son. Y'all not fucking with me? Y'all not fucking with me?
No.
On the positive side, Dave Chappelle and Mos Def and Talib Kweli going to be starting the
Yeah,
podcast.
they got a pod.
Yes, it's going to be called, and I did not look this up. I saw the headline, and I hope I remember correctly. Midnight Miracle. Anybody? Confirm or deny?
I cannot confirm or deny.
All right, so that means it's true. Midnight Miracle is going to be the name of their podcast.
That sounds correct.
And if it's not right, then fuck it. We ain't giving them no free pub, nigga.
Yeah, fuck it. They gonna have to change their name to Midnight Miracle. Have to reword
I'm
it.
really curious. What the fuck they gonna talk about on there, man?
Whatever
What the
they
fuck?
want.
What the fuck are they gonna talk about?
I bet they mentioned us one time.
I wish.
That's gonna be your new favorite pod.
I was thinking about what you and I was talking about before, Green, with when I had said like legends, we don't really need to hear from them all the time.
Yeah. Take it back.
No, I'm back to double down on that shit, bro. I love Dave Chappelle, son. I love Dave Chappelle. I think this nigga's a fucking genius, son. I want to always think of him as a genius. I want to think that he is refined in all his thoughts and anything that he tells the public. I don't want him to be a human to me. I don't want him to try to like make himself regular.
So TZ's greatest fear is that Dave Chappelle's gonna say something stupid. He's not gonna take the time to think out his opinions and thoughts.
If this is gonna be like a weekly podcast that they do and they just share their ongoing thoughts on things, I don't want to hear his.
Who knows? Maybe it's not weekly. Maybe it's monthly.
It could be a lot of things. I'm just telling y'all, I don't want to think of Dave Chappelle as a regular dude. If he gonna be doing weekly like entertainment news or something like that, man, I hope they cover some fucking prolific topic or something. You know what I mean? Like, don't be regular with the rest of us. If his podcast better not be anything like ours, and our shit is regular.
If you admire him,
Are you kidding me?
you think he could say something that would really make you just not like him no more?
I don't know if I'm gonna always like him. I recognize that he's a human, so I'm kind of preparing myself. He's gonna say something that's like, that's just him being a nigga. I don't want that though. I don't want that. That's like I don't want Barack Obama to make a fucking podcast and I'll have to hear about his opinion on us mere earthlings.
Other people you haven't said their mind. Like,
No, nigga. Speak when it's your time. Alright? I'm saying, like, it's not a shut up and dribble thing. It's a, yo, Dave, if you want to be prolific, do more shows and say more prolific things there. Your thought out thoughts. Don't just hop on a podcast and start freestyling with the rest of us. Bro, yo, you got a platform, bro. Yo, you can go on any place, set up a mic, and it's a fucking, what do they call it? A briefing. Come on, man.
And that's where we disagree, because it's like, I don't think everybody freestyles on a podcast. I think people are very organized. They do pre-production. They know what they're going to talk about and how they're going to talk about it. I don't think everybody freestyles.
So do you think it's going to be like The Daily Show? I don't know.
Not that high in terms of
that's
production.
Written, but come on.
No, it won't be written, but he's going to know the topic. He's going to think it out the day before, 2 days before. He might not know what most devs going to say, but they're not going to know what he's going to say. But everyone's going to think out what they're going to say. They're not just gonna find out in the spur of the moment what they're talking about. Only we do that.
I can't say I listen to too many shows, but you remember Sway?
Sway in the morning.
Yeah, how he used to have like different artists come in, or like even Big Tigger, how he'll have different artists come in. I feel like it's gonna be like a interview type of situation.
I like that.
You know
and they know enough people that I'm sure they can get some very, very interesting interviews.
Yeah.
I like that.
Power ranking, top 1 favorite internet radio show.
What is an internet radio show?
Not internet, just radio show. Sorry, just radio show.
What's a radio show?
I don't know, just
Power 107. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't listen to radio shows.
With Breakfast Club, I fucks with Therapy.
Just one.
You said power ranking. You can't rank just one thing.
Yeah, top 1.
What's the question again?
Alright, you get 2.
I'm fucking with Therapy for Black Girls right now too. Shout out.
My number 1 radio show would be 91.9 WCLK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out.
That's my shit. It's a jazz station. Anybody that know me, if I ever listen to radio, we gonna surf through the radio joints and you gonna hit my jazz station.
Shout out.
For sure.
You.
Hey, if y'all gonna let us fucking record there, we still waiting to hear back. Fuck with us.
Oh shit.
I don't listen to radio shows.
Yeah, that is a weird ass power ranking there, Los.
Yeah, I don't listen to it.
Just one.
How'd you get there? What made you ask that?
What were we talking about?
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, oh yeah.
Their podcast.
I think my mind started to wander, and I was just mine was probably like Troy and Abed in the morning.
Is that your answer?
No, that's not my real answer. I can't. It's slipping from me. This is one Spanish radio show. It was funny in the morning. They used to do the pranks, the good talks in the morning and everything. That guy had a really good voice. The radio voice, kind of like this.
Yeah, it's been a whole year since I had to listen to a radio show, so that's why I can't think of one. Right.
Breakfast Club, nothing?
No, I never really listened to Breakfast Club.
Nah,
that
I used
was
to like
a
the
Daryl thing.
Breakfast
He
Club,
got me into
actually.
that. I don't really
No
like
lie.
I
They
never
just had
really-
Oh, el vacilón de la mañana. Para todos mis latinos, ustedes ya saben.
Hey, would you mind actually checking to see if anybody writing comments?
I see comments.
See, leave it to a millennial to see comments from like 30 meters away.
Okay.
You just did a little
You're not a millennial.
Next
We
one
gotta
was
see you walking.
Oh,
You
y'all
gotta do some
old.
work.
I see one viewer.
What they say?
They ain't say nothing.
Oh, okay.
Check in.
Just know the bigger we get, the harder that job's gonna get.
That part.
So yeah, man, shout out to Dave Chappelle and them. But I just hope that they don't be a regular fucking podcast. Please don't be a regular fucking podcast.
If Dave Chappelle wants to make his podcast any sort of better, he has to do it in slow motion.
But do y'all feel me though on just like the legends speaking on things regularly? Like y'all would prefer to just hear them more often?
I don't
like
think,
if Jay-Z had
I
a
don't think it happens enough. So that's probably why the idea of it seems so. I guess it's a novelty idea for me. I'd like to see it because I don't see it often enough. Like a legend, how often do we have a living legend? When does a person become a legend? And to be a living legend is even rarer. And to have them,
it's a bunch of them though.
But do they talk?
I think that's part of the reason why they're legends, to be honest.
My thing is, at this rate, they still gotta make a check, bro. They still gotta be doing something.
I mean, TZ not against that. He was saying is like get on your own platform that you're already known for and speak your
I
mind like
just
that.
don't think that he like who's the third person he said. I know he's doing it with Mos Def, but
Talib Kweli.
Oh yeah.
all of them are legends in their own right. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not be on the show with them? Why not? They all gonna have some profound shit. Like, this nigga Mos Def was exiled from our country, bro.
So let's not think about those three specifically then. Again, I just want to say legends, bigger people, celebrities even.
Now I get
Aren't
it.
we
They
tired
can't-
of?
They can't just go at no little cheap performance or like something that's below their status. I get what you're saying, like that. But in the same sense, like it's a new, like, this social media age. It allows you have to bring more content in order to stay relevant.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Dave Chappelle though.
You gotta get,
Talib Kweli
you gotta-
don't. Most
you
Def
gotta
don't.
get the flowers.
Why do you
Why
think?
you
Why do you
alive?
think Soldier Boy's still like relevant now? Niggas talking about he created everything. He invented everything.
Didn't he?
Pioneer. No, that nigga's not the pioneer everything.
I
See,
disagree
part
because
of
every
that-
time Soldier Boy said it, that boy pulled up with proof. Name one time that he didn't. I'll wait.
See, I don't even know.
That nigga Soldier be every time he be like, "Yo, that shit crazy." Yo, Soldier really said that, but shit be true, dog. Like that Drake shit, that shit was pure facts. The nigga was talking about
I really think he had a video game too. Like he was really the one of the
Soldier
first
Boy
with
was
the video game.
he was in the news recently as well. He was like saying he was the first artist for something. And then like it turned out that he really was on like a reality show, and he was like literally like they had film of him walking in there talking to him, and it was pitching him about how he gonna be like one of the first people.
The first artist like at this jewelry shop.
Yeah, like Icebox Records or something like that.
I think it was that.
Something like some bullshit like that, and it's like, come on, man, don't fuck with Big Soldier,
But you be beefing with other people. Like he was beefing with Randy Orton.
cause niggas don't be putting respect on his name.
But you beefing with a WWE like superstar type shit. Like,
Maybe Soldier need to create a
Hey,
podcast.
look, the fact that he beefing with Randy Orton, the legend killer, like means that Randy Orton recognizes him as a legend.
I did not know that was Randy Orton alias.
They about to go against each other. I think like a little rap battle. And Bow Wow
Like a versus?
Yeah.
Oh, I'ma watch
Talking
that.
About like, oh, you not number one. I got number one hits. I don't see you on here, Soldier Boy. I see Chris Brown. I see you saying all these big names, but like Soldier Boy wasn't on for like a top one hit.
Soldier Boy versus Bow Wow. Who y'all got in the verses? Soldier.
I didn't even know Bow Wow can.
Don't all speak
Yeah, I'm
at
gonna go with
once.
Soldier. I had to think
Big
about
Soldier.
I don't see them.
Nigga, pick one, boy. Oh, you 19. You don't know nothing about
that.
nothing.
I feel like that's a hard one.
You which? Oh, don't sleep on Mr. 106. Like it's a good question. I think it could go either way.
Yeah, because Bow Wow got all the hits when we was younger, but Soulja Boy got hits from that 16, 17, 18-year-old phase of our life. You know what I'm saying? And so that was a more transitional time. So we might relate more to that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going with Bow Wow, me personally.
I definitely feel like Bow Wow may have more hits.
I think Bow Wow do too. I think Bow Wow.
Like 5. He like matched with like Chris Brown.
Bow Wow got more than
More
5.
than five.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, just at least 5. He was up there on the list. They said though. I'll have to find a video on Instagram.
That's an interesting little battle. Damn niggas, we don't be trying to put respect on Soldier name. If Jay-Z and P Diddy did a podcast together,
I was trying to figure out which two like other like TZ legends would be good enough to.
if Jay-Z and P Diddy did a podcast about weekly fucking news, I would be super upset. These niggas better bring on legends on their show, and that's it. They better bring on people that I would never be able to hear from otherwise.
Yeah.
These niggas better not talk about what the fuck Kwame Brown was doing and dumb shit like that. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, I don't even want to hear what they about to say about politics for real. Like, maybe politics. Not a lot, but nah, man. We don't need to hear from niggas too often, bro. We don't need to hear from niggas too often unless you, like, known for that.
Would you watch the news if it was Rockefeller Records as the newscast?
Yes. The funny thing is, I'm talking all this shit. I'll watch all that. Hey, you gotta dead that, homie. I'm sorry, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a recording thing, dog. But yeah, man. Fuck all that shit. But I will watch everything that I'm saying is we don't need. I'm gonna watch. So I'm gonna watch Midnight Miracle, P Diddy, Bad Boy Rockefeller Collide. I will watch that shit. All that. But honestly, I think I am about to. I think I'm gonna have to slide off that JBP though.
Yeah.
My favorite fucking podcast, man. Just don't sit right listening anymore.
Do Deezus and Melrose still have a show?
They have a show on Showtime.
Mm.
They do indeed.
I think they still have a podcast, right?
They do indeed as well. I mean, as far as I know, I haven't listened, but I don't see why they would stop it. They had a lot of episodes too, like a long time ago. So they wanted like the podcast Godfather OGs niggas.
How do y'all feel about what Joe Budden had said to his castmates?
I think that nigga was dead wrong, man. I think that nigga was dead wrong. And as a fan of the pod, I'm especially disappointed because at least once a month, if not every other week, they'll bring up how the show is predicated on them being friends. That's the only reason why it works. And it's just certain things that they wouldn't do as friends and how they can only do business, this type of business together because they friends, and how they so happy to do it as friends, and the business and how creators got to stick together and unite against the big corporations. And, you know what I mean, the corporations ain't got to do things the way that they do and fuck niggas over and all that other stuff.
I saw the shit coming.
Green said he got the foresight.
With that, how Joe is, it's obvious. It's obvious how he felt about them. It's obvious about the dynamics of the show. Like, you saw that shit coming a mile away.
And his name after him, so it's like in the long run, you knew that you wasn't like something. It got something to do with their contracts and stuff. Like
yeah.
So in the long run, you knew that you can kind of bullshit over them. You know what I mean?
So I listened to the full Rory and Mal response, and essentially what it came down to is accounting. They just didn't feel like Joe was being forthright with the numbers. Excuse me. They never really suspected him of doing anything shady for real, but they just like, why you not giving up the real accounting? And that went on for apparently years, and you know, they said they kept looking back at things in retrospect, and it all made sense. He was being shady, but that was their man, so they just never suspected it, and things got worse because they just never expected that they homie would do certain things. Mm-hmm. And then I tried to listen to the response video that Joe did the next episode once he actually put it back on YouTube, because he went on Patreon for like 2 weeks, and I just wasn't about to buy it. Mm-hmm. So once I finally heard it on YouTube, he just tried to correct things, but I ain't like it.
And to me, the overall issue is Joe never really respected their contribution to the podcast. Yeah. I can see that he really didn't respect their contribution to the podcast as I'm watching it. I didn't respect their contribution to the podcast. Yeah. But TZ's one of the people who's like, man, they make it what it is. And I'm like, no, Joe does.
I hate that people say that, man.
I hate how Joe went about it. But I know why he said it.
It's trash. And from what I'm understanding, it's not like they felt like they were asking for too much.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's why I respect them. They didn't ask for like an equal share or anything like that.
Yeah, he had full ownership over the pod. Mm-hmm. It's just that they wanted percentages of the profits that they made from it.
Yeah, which was fair.
Right,
yeah.
Which was fair. And so it's like, bruh. And honestly, the whole time I was listening to that, I kept thinking about the joke that I had made with us the one time about if somebody tried to replace y'all, I would never do it. And then I was like, oh, if y'all just email me or whatever. Now I feel bad because it's like, if anything ever does happen, I'm like, damn, this nigga was planting the seed the whole time. Honestly.
I won't believe anything else.
It sucks.
Yeah,
But
you did that to yourself.
Yeah, man, it's just, I can't even listen to my favorite podcast anymore in good conscience.
That's why you can listen to us.
No, I don't.
Millennial Podcast is his new favorite.
I don't listen to anything else now, for real. The last couple of weeks, I've really only listened to ours.
Wait, were you asking if Joe Budden replaced him with random niggas? Mm-hmm. He did replace him.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did. With us.
So that's another fucked up part of it. Like, we could really dig into this. This probably could have been my amped up because I really do feel strongly about this. I just didn't want to talk about their podcast for like mad long. But yeah, dog, he really did try to replace them niggas. And it's like, they built that show together, son. And I know he owned it. It's named after him. He can bring whoever he want on there to Green Point. He just want to prove that he the talent. He don't really need nobody else, or he can bring whoever in. They wasn't really contributing, but fuck, bro. They been there. That's been the show for so long. Friends don't do that to each other. That's not good business. That's not good, like, professional or, like, personal relationship management.
In the first episode, they came back. They got into a friend conversation, and they were defining what friends and friends should and should not do. And he was disagreeing with everything that they were saying that friends should or should not do.
And one of them
and
was
that's
respect.
when I knew it was over. Yes.
One of them was respect. He was
It
like,
was.
yo, why?
I knew it was over.
Joe asked after a discussion one time, I don't understand why y'all say that friends deserve respect. I was like, oh.
When he said that, I knew it was
like,
over. I said, oh, y'all playing. This is the last episode right here.
Yeah. So disappointed, man. So disappointed. I just really wish if they would have just finished out their contract and then just replaced them, I would have been able to sit with that so much better. Like, y'all just all agree, like, it ain't worth it anymore. We just don't agree, see eye to eye, yada, yada. But to do it so abruptly and to fucking fire him on the fucking show and make it like a spectacle.
Road running wild.
Big wild. Big wild. You fucking hate to goddamn see it. What else we got in these streets, y'all? Julio Jones outside in Cowboys gear.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
How many
Bills.
honorable mentions do we have?
That was actually my last honorable mention.
Okay, what's next?
I didn't even go to the Cardinals.
Cardinals?
I was talking to him about something. He was like, you remember we talked about Julio? You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh.
Is he for sure going somewhere else? Does anybody know? I haven't been keeping up.
He out there. He said he out there. He's not saying that.
This offseason?
He's not saying that. That nigga that right.
Damn. Let's go Bills. Fuck with us. We a team on the rise, boy. Josh Allen to definitely get it to you. For sure. But let's see. We're gonna take a break.